supposed to blow the bloody doors off?
Well, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. You might be wondering what this video is going to be all about. Well, you'll have to just wait and see for a second. I'm in a room that you rarely see me in the house. This is the snug. This is pretty much my room. I spend most of my time in here, and I wanted to bring you in here because I wanted to thank a few people and show you what you lovely subscribers have done. Well, certainly for me. I don't know if Helen's too chuffed, but anyway, have a little look over here. Look. Can you remember back in the summertime, I won on eBay this. I'll just show you this. It's a little radio cassette stroke ghetto blaster. I had this when I was 14 and I used to love it. It's really loud, very powerful for such a small unit. I mean, say small, it's pretty big. I used to walk around with it on my shoulder pretending I was John Travolta in my white jacket on in the 70s. 50 years old this is. It sounds fantastic. When I first got it, I had no tapes whatsoever. I put a request out. I was walking around Chroma and said, if anyone's got any old cassette tapes I don't want, let me know. Well, you did. And I ended up with all this lot and some more down here, and some more in some boxes. So I'll just sort of wanted to say a massive thanks. I've got a few people to thank. I'll show you this really quick, right? 50 years old, sounds absolutely fantastic. But after I got it, it went all wonky and I thought, oh, I've been stitched up here. And I found a guy locally who did a quick repair job for 10 quid. And it sounds absolutely brilliant. I can't play the tapes because we'll get a copyright strike, but it's really loud. It's also got a little microphone here which pops out, if I can just pull it out, and plugs into a wire that goes in the side, and then you can sort of call bingo and use this as a, hey, it's a microphone, you know, and you can do stuff with it. It's really quite good. It's a fantastic radio, still picks up really well on FM, the aerial's in good nick, and now the tapes play beautifully. The same guy that fixed it for me also sold me this really cheap. I know it's only a little Toshiba, but it's got a twin cassette deck on it and a couple of good speakers down below. So I come in here and listen to the fantastic tapes that some of you have sent. And look at this lot. I won't go through them all, but I've sort of catalogued them in alphabetical order. So, you know, ABBA and all that over here, Blondie and Billy Joel and the Buster album, Buddy Holly, Billy Ocean, Bay City Rollers, The Heart of Chicago. I love Chicago, really great. Got that album twice. Chris Rea on the Road to Hell twice there. Look, and also another Chris Rea track here, La Passion. And Christa Bird, Cliff Richard. I said I wouldn't go through them all. Now I'm going through them all. Def Leppard, Diana Ross. Look at this. Elton John, Elvis, Enya, Eric Clapton and Cream. Eric Clapton Unplugged. I used to have that album on CD. Fleetwood Mac, George Michael again. Some double compilation albums over here, including the Billy Joel. I bought that on eBay, fantastic. But also the very best of ELO, which is a brilliant album. Some classic love songs and stuff in those. Gilbert O'Sullivan, Gloria Estefan, Hue and Cry. I think that might have come from Triss, Hue and Cry. I can't remember now. Hot Chocolate, like Jackie Graham. Worked with Jackie Graham in the 80s as a DJ in the clubs. Jermaine Stewart, worked with him as well. And Julio Iglesias. So I love all sorts of music. Kool and the Gang, we saw them. Helen and I went to see them live. They were brilliant. The Kinks, Leo Sayer. This album is brilliant. I bought that on eBay actually, but it's absolutely superb. Love that album. We saw Leo Sayer a few years ago. I might have got a little bit of footage of that somewhere. He was brilliant, and that was just in North Norfolk actually. Lenny Kravitz, Level 42, Lighthouse Family. Look at this, Lighthouse Family again. Lionel Richie. There's this one, London Boys. Worked with them in the 80s as well. Love a song, Luther Vandross. Look at that. Barry Manilow, Mark Bolan and T-Rex, the Ultimate Collection twice. Someone sent that twice. Mariah Carey, Meatloaf, Miles of Greatest Hits, some lovely compilation albums. Michael Jackson's Thriller, I bought that in Glastonbury for £1. Nazareth Greatest Hits, I bought that on eBay. Neil Sedaka came in one of the boxes. The Nolans, Phil Collins. 4 albums there, I got one twice. Queen, Made in Heaven, Robson and Jerome. This is a brilliant album. It's the rock ballads, the best rock ballads in the world ever. It's a double album, fantastic. Rod Stewart Unplugged, Rod Stewart's Greatest Hits, Rod Stewart, the best of. Russell Watson, Saturday Night Fever, bought that on eBay. Simply Red Stars, that was Helen's dad's favourite album, and we love playing that as well. Love Simply Red. Simply Red, Your Babies, Simply Red Fairground, Simon & Garfunkel. Look at this. This is an absolute superb album. This is Bridge Over Troubled Water, of course. But the sound quality on that tape and on a lot of these tapes is really, really good still. Some of them are a little dodgy, but the vast majority, the sound really, really good. 25 Soul Hits, Volume 3, Volume 4. I don't know where Volume 1 and Volume 2 is, but I'll look out for those. And this, I got that on eBay. My sister used to like the Stylistics, and she used to play that album a lot in the 70s when I was babysitting for her. Supertramp, Greatest Hits, Take That. Oh, goes on and on and on, doesn't it? The Best of Van Morrison there. Look, oh, this is a brilliant album. Wild One, Thin Lizzy. What a fantastic album that is. Shadows, 20 Golden Greats, and here Whitney Houston and Whitney Houston again, and the Bodyguard soundtrack, superb. White Christmas, a festive music celebration, some love songs, and there's a load more. There's a load more down there, and over here in the corner, I've got, excuse the mess because I've just been sent some stuff to review. Like here's a nice power bank I have to review soon, big one as well. But I've got a box down there with tapes in it, and this corner, and another box underneath that chew guard of the parrots. Someone was asking about the parrot. I'll show you the parrot. It does still exist. We haven't got rid of him or anything. So massive thanks. Now I've got a few names that I want to say thank you to. Lots of people reached out and said, yeah, we've got tapes you can have. And I've still got people who want to send me tapes who I've not got round to either meeting up with or getting to that point. But Mandy and Arthur, you sent a whole load of mixed genre tapes. They were fantastic. Thank you so much. Triss and Nick Morgan, regulars on the channel as well, sent me a couple of nice tapes for, I think Phil Collins was one of them. Triss, wasn't it? And what was the other one? Was it Van Morrison you sent me? Or was it Lenny Kravitz? I can't remember. No, it weren't Lenny Kravitz. Oh, You and Cry maybe. I think you sent, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, either. Brilliant. And Paul and Joanne, they're big fans of the channel, really great supporters of what we do. They're also lead supporters, but other than that, because they're from Yorkshire, no, they won't mind me taking the mic. They sent me a massive box as well. So, you know, just to say to all of you, what fantastic supporters and subscribers you are. But I should mention in particular, I think, the lovely card that I got. I won't read the card, so it's quite personal, but Lynn, Jeff and Izzy, the dog, from York actually, sent me a whole load of tapes, and I know that a lot of them belong to your daughter, who's sadly no longer with us. But they would have meant a lot to her, and the fact that you've sent them to me means a lot to me, and they're up there in that lot there somewhere, and I listen to them all the time. So most evenings I'll come in here and either listen to the tapes, watch a bit of YouTube on this TV over here, or strum out a tune on my guitar. Do you want to hear one? Okay. Well, here she is then. She's in the kitchen. She's doing her world famous recipe. What are you doing, Hel?
This recipe's lasagne, and I know you can put anything in it, you know, any vegetables. This is my interpretation of it. Well, it's not actually mine. It was a friend of ours who came round who made it. She's Italian, and her father is a chef, an Italian chef, and it's his recipe, and I've made it like that ever since. Really nice recipe.
You've been making this for what, 30 years at least,
yeah,
if not longer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes. So you can chop.
Okay, baby.
And I'll cook.
I'm your chopper. Here we go.
So I've just put the onion and the garlic, look, in the pan with a little bit of olive oil. And we're going to fry them off for a bit. So this is just the onions and the garlic, just frying off with a little bit of olive oil.
Well, she's got me grating cheese now.
Right, I've boiled some water, a kettle, and there's about 150ml there, so I'm going to put the stock cube in it.
Sprinkle it in.
Sprinkle it in, yeah.
That's my job. It's an OXO cube.
Give me a spoon.
Give it a little stir.
Oh, here's the spoon. Yeah. Now, we could have some tomato puree in there, please.
He normally gets lashed, I don't. So 2 of them.
Yep.
Like that.
Yeah. Another one. And then a little bit of bovril or marmite, whatever you've got in.
I think we've got bovril. Same meat, different gravy.
All together, we're going to put it on and cook it for 10 or 15 minutes with the lid on while we make the white bechamel sauce. Right. So to make the sauce, I'm going to put some butter in. This is reduced fat La Pack, so I'm just going to put that in.
What are you doing there then?
Just adding the flour to the butter to make the sauce. In. Milk, please. Salt and pepper.
What a chef.
Then I just add it a bit at a time. So what I usually do before I start is just put some white sauce on the bottom so that the pasta sheets don't stick. White sauce goes on the top.
There she is. India. So while Helen's got her lasagna in the oven, not cooking away, just until your cheese is melted and starting to go a little crispy on top. And of course, while she's sat down having a couple of Quality Street, I've immaculated the kitchen. All the dishes are washed, dried, put away. Look at this. Last thing to put away is my knives. Now, do you know what? every top chef has a set of Japanese knives, but these are very, very sharp knives. And I have to put them away safe. Even the bread knife is really sharp, but these ones in particular are extremely sharp. We're not being sponsored. I think I paid about 100 quid for the knives. So I know you can spend more and you can certainly spend less. I've got a set of knives over here, like from Amazon. Didn't cost much, but they don't stay sharp. And these do come with a really good sharpener as well. And although I've got this canvas bag, they actually rip the bag to bits. So I need to probably get one of those magnetic bars to go across here, I think. And we'll have the knives on there at some point. But anyway, they're all washed, dried and put away as well. There she is.
Just have to let it stand for a minute and then we'll cut it.
Right, we'll let it stand and then we'll cut it.
I only want a little small bit, I'll have that bit.
Well, I've got a couple of little jobs to do out here because I threatened, I think in the last video, that I would cut the grass one more time, which I never got round to. And as you can see, we've had a little bit of wind and we've got a lot of leaves and stuff which I need to shift as well. The other thing I need to do is just put these washing lines away because I hate having the washing lines out when we're not got any washing on them. So I'll just do that right now. But we get a lot of palm leaves in the garden, and you know what? They come from a tree that's not even in our own garden. They come from next door. Nice tree, that big one over there. Look. They're lovely trees, and if you've got one of those in your garden, you'll know what I mean. We've got one at the front, and we had them in our last house. We had 3 of them in our last house, and they look lovely until the wind blows all the dead leaves. Here, look. So they've all got to be picked up. So I should go around and do that. Another little job I've got to do is my flagpole. And I've not jumped on the bandwagon with people flying Union Jacks in the streets. I've had a flagpole in the garden for 25 years and always fly either the RAF flag, the Scottish, what's it called, the solitaire, solstice? I can't remember what they call it there. What's the name of the Scottish flag, please? So I always fly that, or the St George's Cross, or the Union Jack. But my rope snapped in the wind and it was all rotten anyway. So I've got a new rope and need to get the flag back up. But I need to, before I cut the grass, which I hope is for the final time, because every time I do it, I say, I think this will be the final cut of the year. And then it always needs another cut. Anyway, let's get cracking. We'll do this fast forward, right? This time. So I've got some new string. I've already put a hook on the end. I should have not done that really, but let's just measure this out. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't need 4, but we'll just do a little extra there. I'll cut that there. Just get my scissors. Whoa. I think I paid about 35 quid for this flagpole, and I had one in the other house as well. So when we moved, I left that there and bought a new one here. So this has been up 8 years, 35 quid. Not bad. And the good thing about it is you can lift it straight out the ground like that. You can take these sections off if you want to, which I don't want to. If it's really windy, I just take it off like that and put it down the side of the garage. Anyway, let's just thread that through. There it is. That's got it. Yeah, like I said, I've not jumped on the bandwagon with the old frenzy of putting flags on lampposts. Always been patriotic. Got that just right, I think, in terms of length. Put that on there. I've already got one hook on. Let's go and get the flag because I've got the other hook on the end of that. And these flags, by the way, they're 5x3. I think they're about a £5 on eBay. You've got to make sure you get it the right way around, of course. So what is the right way around? Is a thick white bit to the top, or is it the thin white bit? Put your answers down below. I do, of course, know. And you're going to watch, or it's all a waste of time. Right, just thread that through there. Tie a granny knot or 2 or 3. You'd think as an ex-sailor I'd know all about knots. So that's on. Put the hook in the other ringlet or eye, whatever you want to call it. Now we need some appropriate music, don't we? So there is no wind. It's just sitting limp. Story of my life. Do you want to hear one? Well, I'm not much of a guitarist, so I've got to be honest. Yeah, I don't even know if it's in tune actually. I can't play it particularly well, so don't get excited. Sort of in tune. I've had a guitar since I was 6. I bought one from Woolworths when I was 6, and I've always had a guitar, but I've never really been able to play one very well. And I did have a couple of lessons that Helen sorted out for me with a band that I used to like to watch called the Tastiest. I used to listen to them at the local pub, and I sort of met up with the guitarist, and he gave me a few lessons, but he was too far away and I was working and I couldn't afford the time, if I'm honest, to keep going and seeing him. So I learnt myself some chords and then just do campfire type songs really. When I was a kid, we always had a piano in the house. My granddad always had a piano. He could play beautifully, and my mother was a brilliant pianist. She was really good. And so I used to play a few tunes on the piano, just one finger jobs, you know, but I could always find a tune. I always had a bit of an ear for tune. I also also bought one of these. Helen thinks I'm bonkers. She drives her mad. So I put this on sometimes and pretend I'm Donovan. Shall I play you a tune? I don't know if this mic's going to pick much up, but we'll try. So it's not very good, and I'm not good. I'm not pretending I'm good because I'm not. That's a G chord. See if you recognise this. Ready? I know a gal, a right fine gal, come from Roxham Way. She was very kind to me in the old school days. She would smile all the while, but her father didn't know all what she used to say to me behind the garden wall. Hey, got a light, boy? Hey, got a light? Oh, Molly Winley, smoking like a chimney, and she's my little nicotine gal. Oh, Molly Winley, smoking like a chimney, and she's my little nicotine gal. Well, there you go, folks. That just about wraps it up for another one. We hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed Helen's lasagna. I certainly did. It was really tasty. And if you want to hear more tunes on the guitar, get your requests in down below. I'll do a bit of Leo Sayer, do the Kinks, do some Beatles stuff, a bit of Elvis, you know, all that sort of stuff. Billy Joel, you name it. Anyway, like I always say, if you have been, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. Then you'll know when all the videos are coming out. And of course, hype it, folks. Hit the hype button. You've got to be on your phone apparently, or on your iPad to do it, but hype it up. That'll really help. And if you fancy being a member of this channel, you'd be supporting us if you did. So have a look at the membership details down below and hit the join button as well. Just for a price of a cup of coffee each month, you could support us and keep the channel going. It'll really help. So until next time, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.